Hi there, maybe a quick one for this evening. We've got a battery charger, and if you plug it in, it's actually dead. So let's open it up, have a quick look, and see what we can find.
Seems like a faceplate that needs to come off.
Oh, this is completely loose. So let's see what's happening inside. So how does this come out? Okay. Basically the whole thing away. Something is still stuck on. Oh, there's a ribbon cable there. But somehow this needs to come off. Let's open this side as well. So with a flat plate, and let's see how can we get in here. There's a cable, ribbon cable right there, and let's see if we can move this whole panel to this side. There's a thick cable there as well. That's better. So it just plugs out here. This so. Okay, so we've got this plugged out, so this little cable comes in there. Take this out of the way. This is for the button, so right, let's put it aside. There's some fat caps on here, but that should be on a low voltage side. And then there's a power supply. Yes, and this is completely loose. So let's see how we can get in there. So there's some screws going into the bottom plate. And let's take them off. It seems that those solder sections there is broken off. Can't really zoom you guys in there. Got some dry solder there. If we just fix that up and then test again. Hopefully that's the only problem. So I put it somewhere that we don't have any shorts. There might be some live cap still on there. Got a neat board, still nice and clean. Standard display on it. This also seems like the normal either Chinese make or I'm not sure which make. It's 2019, made in 2019. That's just before COVID. I don't like the way the wires is soldered this side as well. It's sticking out slightly. Just want to bend them away. Let's get it some nice and hot. So we've got some nice thick copper pads at the bottom. So we're going to have some difficulty getting heat into those pads. Maybe not. She's got heat in those pads, but those pins are very dirty. Probably been arcing on those pins. Yeah, this is not going to make for a good solder. You will need to clean this off. So I don't think this one is too bad. But let's take it off, let's clean it. Adding some normal flux to this. See if we can't clean it up. This aluminium flux. I found this normally cleans up a lot of dirty stuff, but it stinks. This flux really stinks. To put my fan on here to extract. Away. Nicely sealed. I'm going to clean off that flux quickly. Some alcohol. Right. This is normally the problem with these boards, is that they these sockets normally just break off. Don't see anything else. All looks nice. There's maybe one there that's in the transformer. Give it some heat. So some slight heat there as well. And let's assemble it and see if it works. Everything back in reverse. Hey. That gives me as a I didn't even need to have loosened this one, so let's just fasten it and get it done with, and then we can get the rest of these screws in.
And final screw.
So I've got a nice cutout for the screw. So let's just make sure all of them are nice and tight, so if there's vibrations that don't come loose. Okay, I think I'm going to completely assemble this. If it doesn't work, we can disassemble it again. I just want to make sure that we test all the plugs and stuff is connected, so we don't miss anything. It's very interesting. They've got this heat sink on top here, and they actually have it isolated with a piece of feels like paper. I do see on here there's a space for a fan. So there should be maybe one of these are fan connectors. Okay, the buttons are put back in position. Unfortunately, I've missed this part here, so let's unpack it again. That better. Both sides there's a little slot that needs to go in. Awesome, that's a new slot. Now I can put the buttons back. Just be able to slide it all the way in. Yeah, there's some pins here. I'm assuming that can be fan points. I think it might be fan. So if you look at this side, actually no, the fan might be on this side, like this. Okay, so there should be some possible fan points this side. In any case, there's no fan, so let's continue. Another thing to note, when you tighten screws in aluminium and plastic, first turn them in reverse, loosen them until you can feel the screw actually fall into place, and then you can tighten them. Especially in plastics. If you just simply go and screw them down, you might create new threads and eventually break the thread. So I normally first try to turn the screw in reverse or loosen it, and then you will feel the screw actually fall into place, into the thread. And then once that happens, you can fasten it. Aluminium is the same thing, even though it's a little bit harder. Exact same problem. A lot of people tend just to start turning on it, and before you know it, you actually spoil the thread inside like this one. It's not really taken. This might be a screw issue. A new screw. Yeah. We will put that screw in last. And lastly, the one that gave us problems. Now it goes in. Right, there we go. Let's just plug all these back in as I got them. Now these should be, I'm not sure what voltage I should get out of here. Battery balance, just battery balance. Not much information. But I'm pretty sure we will be able to monitor some or measure something here. Let's see. Let's plug it in. Have a look. And it's on. I'll get some light out of the way. Now it's very difficult to see. But it's on. Now you can't see it. I see it says LiPo balancing or balance charging or something. Let's see if we get any voltage on this side. So it looks like positive on that side, negative on that side. We have 0.9 volts. I assume it will first need to monitor the battery before it charges. I don't know how this operates, so I'm not going to change anything here. You see this as well. Yeah, I'm not sure what to get, what to expect. I assume, like all the lithium battery chargers, you need to connect the battery before it will monitor the battery and then start doing something. But for now, I'm not monitoring anything here. I'm not measuring anything. Let's do this. Let's just disconnect it. Okay, so voltage wise, we don't see anything now. 0.3. I would like to actually see if we can't test it while we start up. So let's see if there's a voltage spike. Yeah, 1.4, 1.5, then it's going to start monitoring again. So I think that's definitely working. The display is working. I can exit program, select this lithium battery. Now it's 1.1 volts. Let's go back to lithium battery. Turns off. So there's definitely something working here, so I'm going to let it be. Set it back to the original setting that it was. And that's it, guys. It's a wrap. Normally, like I said, these connectors, they normally tend to break off on the PC board. That's normally the problem, because you need to, it's very difficult to get them in. You can take this out of the way. It's normally very difficult to get them in here, and you need to push on them. But yeah, it's working. And guys, that's a wrap. I'll see you in the next one.